Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Doing a little wake and bake before we go on. Thank you for tuning in to MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network. And a funny segment for you today. But before I go on, I advise you, all you snowflakes, that you will be triggered. You will be triggered, so, if you're a snowflake, why don't you get the fuck out of here? Because it's time for that show, everybody's favorite show, the Bruce Montalvo Show in the morning. And here we go. Let's go. It's time to wake the fuck up with me, El Gran Montalvo, Bruce Montalvo. That means the great one, okay, in Espanol. All right. So that's right. Just Google up America in a nutshell, like I tell you, and you're never disappointed because you have bald eagles with rainbows that shit fire. And remember, freedom terms and conditions do apply. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. This is the show that's bringing back the power to we the people, that tells you that the Constitution isn't just a word that you repeat over and over and over again. You hear some of these right-wing guys, they're like old as hell, and they only know like one word. They only know one word. It's like Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. They can't stop saying Constitution. Well, we can't stop saying it either, but, we know what it means on this show. It's like everybody wants to say, oh, you're a libtard if you don't approve of Trump's parade. Really? Am I a libtard because I don't approve of Trump's parade, or do I know that it violates the Constitution? You see, if you have that freaking parade, first of all, you should just do what Rand Paul said, and you could have the parade if you bring all the troops back home. Okay, so then you could have the parade. But in the meantime, the parade would just violate the Third Amendment. You know how you're not supposed to, let me tell you patriots out there, because some of you Trumpers, just like you don't see the left, right, bipartisan big government establishment. Some of you Trumpers are too busy fucking your cousins out there. Trump was like Jesus to me, and I just got done fucking my sister. Yes, I did. No. Trump can't have a fucking parade unless he brings everybody back from Afghanistan and all over the place. Then he can have a parade. Then it would be, expected and stuff. In the background, Pat the Talk Show Cat wants to say hello, so you say hello to Pat the Talk Show Cat. There he is. There he is. Little bastard. Getting me off my train of thought here, Pat. The train of thought is that you gotta learn what the hell's in the Constitution. Maybe Trump's just doing it to fuck with people, like dumbasses. Like, let me see how much you know about your rights. Anyway, let's get on to, I don't want to bash Trump. I like Trump, okay? But this isn't like that super beta pedophile show, Stephen Colbert, all right? I'm not just going to bash Trump. But I suggest that, I'm just making a suggestion, all right? Just bring back all the troops, and then you could have your fucking parade that makes us look like Russia and North Korea or Stalin all over again. Oh, really? Well, you think I don't like the military? I like the military. It's like Jack Nicholson said, it's like, we allow you to sleep at night, you fucking pansy. They do. That is American exceptionalism. But remember, the Roman Empire overstretched itself out with its military, and look what happened to them. Are they still around? In a way, they are. That's a topic for a different show. Anyway, how about that disgusting freaking excuse for a portrait? And it's disgusting. I was speaking of pansies, going right into this, the pansy in chief. Look at that portrait right there. You call that art? Really? Really? That looks like bad 8th grade art. Okay? And look at this. Look at this. There's so many subliminals. I'm going to get to them in a second. Look at that. A big old nut shot on the pansy freaking Barry Obama's freaking face. Look at that's a nut. That is a sperm. That is a tadpole. And look, I don't need the butt haircut Sean Hannity telling me, oh, that's a sperm on there, because he doesn't even know that he has a butt in his haircut. So that's pretty obvious. That freaking bad 8th grade artist that they just hired because of for activism's sake. Maybe it's subliminal. Maybe that artist really did do a nut shot in Obama's freaking eye, and he just added it into the portrait. But really, you know what it is? It's just when you pick artists based on activism and not talent. And this meme couldn't have said it better. Really. There's so many subliminals. Let's go to Barry's tranny here. What a terrible picture. I mean, seriously? I know 7th graders that could paint this with their pinky toe, probably, and do a better job. But it goes to show you the tackiness of the Obamas, how they didn't know art. If it hit them right in the face, they didn't know art from their ass to their elbow. They didn't know it. But look at this subliminal right here. Look at that. That's a dick in the dress. If you look hard enough, there's a dick in the dress. No, that's just it's what should have been there. If you look hard enough, you will see that dick in that dress. But, again, it's like find the pansy in the bushes. No, he's spying on you from the pansies. The pansy is in the pansies spying on Trump, right? Because Hillary and this pansy, Obama, ordered the illegal spying on Trump for like 5 years. No, that's not just in the National Enquirer. It's fact. Okay, look at it. I would have liked this better. I would like this better because, sometimes people are like smoking weed on the toilet. They take the joint to the toilet and there's weed, and you're taking a dump because you don't want to smell. I don't do that. That's gross. You're gross, Bruce. Oh, but really, that looks a lot better. A bunch of bud plants and him taking a shit right there because that's what he is. He's excrement. Obama was excrement for 8 years that we had to like freaking eat. Okay? Well, what about this? Maybe he has a suit. Maybe he has a suit, a pansy suit. He went out there to address the great American people in a fucking pansy suit, so it makes sense. But I think Clint Eastwood was right. Actually, I think this freaking portrait would look a lot better if Obama wasn't in it, and it was just that chair that Clint Eastwood talked about years ago. Look at that. It already looks better without his fucking pansy ass. Seriously. Or how about this? You put fat ass Chris Christie there. Chris Krispy Kremes. That looks like modernist / fat ass right there. It's got a modern touch to it. You see that? So who's this artist here? Remember Jaja telling me about this freaking Illuminati Chanate a while back. Henry Wiley. She's like, look at this. Really? Look at that. You want to talk about bigoted and racist? Right? The pinche mayates are more racist than anybody nowadays. Holmes. All right, look at that picture behind them. Ese. This got a freaking ghetto queen holding the head of a white woman. That's not racist. Like, he must have watched Django Unchained on repeat, right? This is ridiculous. But you know what? I'm waiting for Trump to go out and take care of the weeds. That's what it is. There's the pansy Obama just in the weeds, and what we need is a guy with some Monsanto, some Roundup to come around and spray that toxic fuck Obama until he's gone. And the Roundup needs to be the red, white, and blue colored. It already is. And you're eating Roundup more than likely. But, in the end, it's kind of like a game to me. See, it's like, find the pansy between the presidents. You got all these pictures of presidents, real portraits. What a mockery. What a sham Obama did of the presidency. And this just proves it. This is like the final fuck you round to the back of American decency. This disgusting, friggin' bad piece of, I'm not even going to call it art. I'm just going to call it fart. Because that's what it is. It's a fart. Now, I told you it'd be a lot better if that fucking pansy sissy lala wasn't sitting in the fucking chair. Then it would be some art. Oh, a chair in between the pansies. But no, you gotta add that freaking piece of shiza in there, right? Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I don't like to see, America be made a mockery of. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. Anyway, folks, that about does it for this Montalvo in the morning. I gotta go and take care of all these Valentine's Day orders. So if you got a sweetheart out there, you got, your mama, buy something for your mama on Valentine's Day, or your Bahama mama with big thingies, your love, your sweetheart. Little bags of candy that say sweetheart on them. Yeah, your sweetheart. You go to our store on Facebook, so help support the Bruce Montalvo Show and Montalvo in the Morning. And you go to our store on Facebook. Since you're watching on Facebook, you go to @AntiqueObsessions. That's @AntiqueObsessions, @Conceptual Subculture. And we got all sorts of specials. The specials are going to continue through Valentine's Day. I mean, beautiful, one-of-a-kind, sterling silver jewelry, all sorts of other jewelry, very spiritual, very wonderful, super amazing, unique, beautiful jewelry. I mean, real works of art. Why don't you invest in real works of art over at Antique Obsessions? That's @Antique Obsessions, @Conceptual Subculture. Head on over, click like, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful, unique works of art. Wearable, handmade works of art made by Bruce and Jaja. I'm Bruce. She's Jaja. You can hear us every Friday. Every Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time on Fridays and 9 p.m. Mountain Time on Monday. And, of course, here on Facebook, starting at 10 a.m. I'm always fashionably late, though, I sleep in, man. Usually, if I was going to do Montalvo in the morning, like the real Montalvo in the morning, it'd be like at freaking 2 o'clock. But you can't get anything done like that, right? You early to bed, early to rise. You want to grab that worm and cut its head off and manifest a whole bunch of money for yourself, don't you? Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what we do over at Antique Obsessions, @Conceptual Subculture. Click like. And that concludes this episode of Montalvo in the Morning. Pat the Talk Show Cat wants his freaking kibbles. I don't know if you can hear him through the mic. He's grabbing all the pussies by the pussy. Anyway, follow us on Twitter, @Bruce Montalvo, @Jaja. Like us on Facebook, @The Bruce Montalvo Show. And if you want to watch Montalvo in the morning, every morning, just friend me on Facebook or watch on Facebook @Bruce Montalvo. See you. Again, you missed that McDonald's breakfast. Okay, so it's bad for you anyway. Okay, if you want to go to McDonald's, all you bald fuckers, just go over there, and maybe you could regrow some hair if you dump the whole vat of oil on your head. That's the last funny of the show. Take it easy. It's been Bruce Montalvo in the Morning. Obama had a whole bunch of semen all over his face, and his presidential portrait contained secret semen. Secret semen. There, I said it. The title of the show. See ya.